Chapter 16 Dialectical Dissonance, Consonants, the Nuance Meter, and Quality Criteria, the Strange Composer Trio of Walter. Joran and Friedman had settled comfortably at the sidewalk Café El Paradiso Nihilo, a favorite watering hole for those who appreciate variety and breadth in the selection of drinks. They all ordered a 0.33-liter Spaten strong beer, 5.7% alcohol, because Walter had lived a couple of years in Regensburg in Bavaria, where the beer flows, beer of high quality, mind you. He had become a beer enthusiast during that time and naturally brought this joyful gospel back to his homeland, preaching it with such enthusiasm that even the most battle-hardened Ring's partisans were converted. This all-time great beer joint offered brews from all over the world. And Spaten was of course represented. Simply ordering such a crafted masterpiece lifted this worn-out gang of composers into a solemn, sacred state of mind. The drinks were on the table. The first, service, cracked from Walter. Their thoughts cleared in step with the intake of this clarifying cultural water. Friedman laid the agenda on the table. The nuance meter was pulled from a pocket and placed on the table as well. What was the nuance meter? A few years earlier, Joran had introduced the nuance meter, an ancient idea, retrieved from Grandma's old dresser, bottom drawer. The nuance meter had earned a highly relevant place in all conversations between these three scatterbrains. The nuance meter kept track of the most progressive contributions and normalized the situation whenever conversation or opinion drifted towards complete polarization. The nuance meter had even found its way into upper secondary schools in Tannum municipality and had a very positive effect on the students there. Now the neighboring municipalities had shown interest in this method. Yes, it is an ancient method and can most simply be summarized in this way. Graduated assessments based on a single statement. Regardless of the claim, the nuance meter can be used. It may be compared to the Socratic method, in which all things can be tested by asking the question, why? The nuance meter is a little simpler. A bit more two-dimensional, if you will. Not a time for long philosophical reflections on each phenomenon, but more a recognition of dialectical states and, not least, all the nuances, colors, and shades a statement can be filtered through. For example, a statement like, God is good. Quite obviously such a claim comes from a believer who has acquired a belief or notion that God is good. By using the nuance meter, the claim is illuminated by a multitude of lamps that reveal the factual or truth value of the statement. All the lamps have different colors and represent a new angle on the statement. All the lamps stand in a dialectical relationship to each other to ensure that, in this example, good is also illuminated from the standpoint of its opposite, evil. Between good and evil lie a range of nuances, and when we speak of dialectical consonants, good and evil have acquired an integrated meaning. They are inevitably linked as opposites, forming a connection we often call dissonant. In the language of music, dissonances appear all the time, but so do consonances, and music could not exist without them. But even a consonance, for example a fifth, has a hint of dissonance in it, yet is perceived as pure and unblemished. The octave as well. The prime interval, which is not really an interval, naturally sounds pure. It's only one tone, but even the prime can shake its surroundings. It can be piercing and unbearable when performed in a proactively malevolent manner. Yet it can also be mild and good as the evening when the forest owl gently softens the terrors of nature. Thus, the nuance meter is used regardless of the statement. The conversation tends to stretch out, and the agenda is rarely completed. Therefore, the agenda has gradually been reduced to a few items, 5 at most. This time it consisted of only 3. The first was quality criteria. Sub-points immediately appear. The title word quality criteria is quickly split in two: quality and criteria. Spotlight on quality. What does quality mean? According to AI Gemini, quality means artistic or musical quality. This refers to how good a composition is. It may concern the uniqueness of the melody, the harmonies, or whether the music is well crafted and sounds like a finished composition. There is also discussion about whether quantity on platforms like YouTube is prioritized over quality. Quality of a conversation or post. A quality conversation describes a meaningful and good exchange. A post may have quality light years from my cognitively barren standpoint, indicating a very high standard.